person, our next speaker is a guy you all know, one of the guys you probably heard on Tom Barley the other day, listening to the show. You've seen him in the news, you've heard from him for 5 years. Lenny Roberto, primary challenge. Give him a hand, please. Lenny.
For the Berkeley Challenge here. Welcome. I was trying to decide exactly how I would begin speaking to you this morning when somebody mentioned the war on terrorism, and I have to tell you that the war on terrorism came here to America. They're living in Washington and Albany, and they're terrorizing you. And it's time to prove to them we're not afraid. They're taking over your government. In fact, they have already taken over your government, and it's time for you to take it back. The Declaration of Independence says, when any form of government becomes destructive to these ends, like liberty and the pursuit of happiness, it is the right of the people to alter or abolish that government. We're not only going to say that as a slogan, we're going to do it. We're going to abolish the state of New York. There's no more pussyfooting around. You're either in this war or you're going to be run over by this war. You're either going to be a part of the solution, taking back our government and reinserting freedom and liberty into the commonplace of America, or we're going to run you over. It's time to send a message to the Dale Wolfers of the world, and the Sheldon Silvers of the world, and the George Patakis of the world, and the Barack Obamas of the world, that we're not taking it anymore. They have a criminal control of the political process. They are rigging the system so you have not had a fair and open election in your lifetime. And Primary Challenge is going to do 3 things for you, and we're not going to stop fighting until breath is gone or we reach the goal. We're going to enlist every one of you into the committees of the parties you belong to, and we're going to take those parties from the criminals that control them. We're going to take the Board of Election away from those criminals who keep breaking the law and cannot be prosecuted for it. We're going to find from people like you, people like Dennis Delano, I'm looking right at him, Dennis Delano, to run for public office and support him with more than just signs that say, we love you, Dennis. We're going to reach in our wallet, we're going to hand the guy some money, we're going to walk the streets, we're going to knock on doors, we're going to talk to our neighbors, and we're going to show up and vote. Primary election in Erie County, only 3% of Republicans voted. Do you know that? Those criminals are in control because only 3% of us bothered to get out and vote. It's not their fault, it's our fault. And they're not the solution, you are. Primary Challenge is going to hold, if not in 2010, we'll do it in 2011 or 2012, however long it takes, a referendum to abolish the government of New York. You have the God-given right to abolish it, and we're going to do it. You're going to do it. I'm going to do it. People in every county in New York State are going to band together because we agree this government no longer represents us. Now, there's a lot of good people here, but the government that is supposed to be serving you thinks of you as a terrorist, thinks of you as a criminal. They have criminal agents, and just this week, just in the last week, some patriot put one of these signs, abolish the New York State government, in the window of his restaurant, and in a matter of a few days, the criminals from the State Department of Taxation was in his building, taking pictures of his clients, taking his receipts out of his cash register, all in violation of law. Listen, the criminals are in control. And until you're willing to suffer to remove them, they're going to stay in control. But I'm looking on the faces of patriots, people who are willing to pay the price, who are willing to dig deep into their pockets and support the guys who are on the front line of this battle, like Dennis Delano, like Jim Ostrowski, like Russ Thompson, like all the candidates, like Dave DiPietro. We're going to take this government back, and we're going to throw them out of office. I'm normally a mild-mannered individual. I try not to offend anybody. But those criminals have got to go. Listen, I've got a place I have to be at 4 o'clock, meeting with patriots just like you in Rome, New York, and they feel the same way you do. Let's extend a Buffalo welcome to those people in Rome, New York, and tell them they're not alone.